Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk about the scandal that Caroline, this really popular YouTuber, decided to basically make for herself, and in my opinion it totally backfired. But we're going to be talking about pregnancy loss as a topic, even though it didn't really, like, we're not dealing with facts here, we're just dealing with the topic. So I understand if that is triggering for some of y'all. I truly do understand. I just want to talk about this because me personally, I could never imagine doing this. She already had a really good platform, and she basically just flushed it all down the toilet and wants to call it this, like, something that she thinks is a lesson. It's very weird, but we're going to go over it tonight. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Alright, you guys, so Caroline has just over 1 million subscribers as of me filming this video. And there's two videos that started this entire situation. The first one is, I have an announcement. It has almost 600,000 views. It was posted 2 weeks ago. It has 63,000 likes to almost 2,000 dislikes. Actually, I was kind of wondering, like, wow, you know, what is going on here? She announced that she was having a baby, and she goes into a little bit of her background with fertility issues and things that can really deeply relate to a lot of people. You know, even though, yes, she is young, I also feel like, you know, fertility issues can happen for people that are very young. It doesn't have to happen at this set certain age, and only this age demographic fits into being able to relate to this. So I think initially she really captured a lot of her audience. And, you know, listen, if people are consuming content from a YouTuber and something like a pregnancy announcement is published, then most people are going to be really excited. They're going to say congrats and follow the journey and leave a like and some positive feedback. There's nothing weird about supporting somebody that has an exciting announcement for their life. However, 5 days ago she posted the video titled, "I Lost the Baby." And in this video she admits that the entire first video was a lie, and that she did it to promote her Patreon, which is the very first thing that is linked in her description box. This video has 260,000 views, 30,000 likes to 6.1 thousand dislikes.
No, I am not pregnant. And I'm sure some of you are shocked. I'm sure some of you are not surprised at all. I'm sure some of you don't care. But some of you might be asking, when you're a content creator, the line between entertainment and reality is very blurred. Your audience will become very attached to an abstraction of yourself. And the odd thing is that this connection can become very personally meaningful to the viewers, whilst not being personally meaningful to the creator itself. Your attention is monetarily valuable to me. And unless you have some narcissistic tendencies, which a lot of us do, the experience of having a parasocial relationship with your audience can be very uncomfortable. I'll give you an example. When I was 15 and I first started making content, I had a lot of people threaten to rape me every day. And if you could imagine, this was not fun. And the problem with this, beyond the obvious, is that there's no meaningful way to respond to this interaction. The offender has anonymity, and in some way, so do I. So I'm not treating them like a real person. They're not treating me like a real person. You're not real, and I'm not real, and none of this is real. And yet, the effect that we have on each other is still very real. I will present myself on the internet because I want to desperately be seen and to connect to other people. And a lot of you come on the internet, a lot of you will engage on the internet because you want to be seen and because you desperately want to connect to someone. I lied about being pregnant as a joke. And the joke is not that pregnancy under strenuous circumstances is funny. The joke is not that the audience was gullible enough to believe that I was pregnant. The joke is you connected to something that wasn't real. And I have become something that isn't real. We all come here to find this connection over and over again. And we don't really find it until now, when you subscribe to my Patreon.
Honestly, I'm surprised that it doesn't have a bigger dislike ratio. Maybe her audience thinks that she is quirky and so intelligent for putting out this video and coming up with this entire topic. She is somebody who thinks that she is smarter than her subscribers. And the problem is that you don't clickbait things like pregnancy loss or injury or terminal illnesses, death, dying. You don't clickbait those kinds of things. If you want to clickbait all the dumb stuff you want, that's fine. But once you start clickbaiting things like this that are very triggering and extremely painful for a large percentage of the population, you have lost the battle. You're not going to sit here on your platform and act as if you are trying to teach people a lesson about parasocial relationships when you literally lied about losing a baby. I want to read a couple of the comments. I will include a small clip of her video just for context, but it's basically a word salad of, I am so much more intelligent than y'all are, and subscribe to my Patreon, and I'm doing a social experiment. That's the card that she pulled. The first comment that was pinned by her says, if you're mad at Caroline, then you must be new here. That has 11,000 likes. Someone else, and I completely co-sign this, said, it's so ironic that Caroline pinned the if you're mad at Caroline, you must be new here comment because that's the most parasocial thing someone could say. Someone else said, parasocial relationships are bad. Proceeds to ask for money. Fan base defends her, which she appreciates. Yup, absolutely no parasocial relationships can be found here. You must be blind or something. Leaves for 2 years, comes back with a lie, asks for money. Parasocial relationships are bad, but if you are in one, pay me a bunch of money to make it worse. Some of y'all in my audience are weird. Proceeds to fake a pregnancy and miscarriage just to promote a Patreon. Next video, I found the baby with ultrasound pictures. Me, when I found out most YouTubers are just insufferable egomaniacs, thanks for disappointing and confirming all of that. I never thought of her to be as pretentious, but this has to be the most pretentious garbage I've seen in a while. Someone else said, makes a shocking announcement. People react accordingly. It was a social experiment, bro. Don't be so parasocial. Ask for money. The joke is I lied for money. This is what happens when teenagers think that they are intellectual. If Caroline gets canceled someday, this will 100% be used against her. And here's my entire stance on this. I've talked about parasocial relationships at length before in videos from very early on my channel. And parasocial relationships are usually bad and they're scary and they can end with people having stalkers and, just people taking their like or their dislike to an extreme level with an online content creator, a musician, a celebrity, whatever. But to try to sit on a video and say parasocial relationships are bad, however, I want y'all to pay me and join my Patreon is one of the most wild things that I've seen in a little while. Of course, I see wild stuff all the time, but as far as a creator just going so far out of bounds to try to gaslight their own followers in this way is pretty disgusting, and it's extremely disturbing to use something as triggering as child loss to promote what you think is an intelligent conversation. It's not intelligent, it's not funny, it's triggering, and it's absolutely appalling that this duo of videos is still published on Caroline's channel. So I think Caroline needs to take a step back and really think about just the fact that you are not as smart as you think you are. I hope that she gets the help that she needs, because obviously this is something that is not normal behavior. I've seen a lot of people thirsty for clicks and views and all of the things, but this is really pathetic. And I hope she knows how many people she negatively impacted by making this a quote bit for her own monetary gain. I'm disgusted. But I do need to film another update to another topic that I'm covering, so that's going to be a separate video. But As far as Caroline goes, sound off down below. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.